everybody, and welcome to a new city in City Skylines. I'm Edition Dutch, and today we're gonna start a completely new city without using any mods or asset. So really the basic vanilla City Skylines. Now I do have all the DLCs, so I have the availability of a bit more maps than the standard maps that comes with the game. You can see all those are DLC maps, and today we are starting in Arid Plains. Suitable area for building is 79%. We do have all the connections: water, train, ship connections and plane connections. And here you can see the natural resources. I think I'm just gonna put on one mod that those two are on: unlimited oil and ore and unlimited soil, so you can landscape without limits, and oil and ore are not reduced from the terrain. So not 100% mod free, but I give it 99%. These are, by the way, also the mods you have available when you buy the vanilla game. You can get a hard mode for more challenging. Unlimited money never runs out, and unlock all. So if you put on unlock all and unlimited money, you can buy whatever you want and make a city on your own. But I like it to get a little bit more challenging and playing all the milestones. So like I said, a new map, Arid Plains, and let's hit start. So this might be a bit longer episode, but I'm trying to explain some things you might need to know when you're starting your own city, or even you know already City Skylines but you like to watch. That's also an option, of course. So let's wait until the game loads. Here we are. Hello to you too. Alright, so this is the starting area which is available. You have always one highway connection available, and also always access at one point to water, so you can get drinking water or for your sewage. Here on the bottom you see the gameplay. You can start and accelerate the time. The city information provides you information about your city, your population, city attractiveness, average land value. This is your city name, of course. This is your RCI demand, your residential, commercial and industrial. They've given you the information about the needs in your city. So now we got a huge demand for residential area, and once we're gonna get that built, the commercial and industry will start. Temperature is your money, and this is your weekly income. At this point, of course, it's still zero. When it keeps red, you're losing money. Green, making money. Simple as that. And this is your population and the growth of your population and the global happiness. And when you start, you only have the roads available. The rest will come later. Zoning, districts, area, electricity, water, garbage and industry, healthcare, emergency services, police departments, education, transport, parks and plazas, unique buildings, monuments, landscaping, economy, and policies. And by going over these symbols, they each show you how many population you need to reach to unlock it. And even within those, you have some challenging for reaching a certain population, like this one, 2-lane road with grass. You need to reach a population of 5,500, and for example, the same goes for your highway. Reach a population of 2,800, you unlock 2-lane highway in the sound barrier with 5,500. But if you look at monuments, you need to reach 90,000 people. And those milestones are in the left corner. If you go to the globe, you will see the area which you're in, and if you starting to hit milestones and you have one extra tile available, it will appear on this page, and you can always buy one tile which completely attached on one side to your existing tile. So if you want, for example, this tile on the left hand corner, you do need the bottom one or the left one first to unlock this. So I'll see a railroad on this side, so before I can access, I'll need to expand to the right. And then you have the milestones. We got all the way up to Megalopolis, 90,000, and which is the last milestone you can reach. And by every milestone, you can see here what you have unlocked by reaching that milestone, and of course also how many population you need to get. And yeah, I think that's for starting now. Everything quickly explained, so let's get started. You always, most of the time, have a 3-lane highway exit available, but of course you don't have any highway, so you have only a 2-lane road available. So let's make our first section. Quickly, you see you unlock 2 more roads, the 2-lane one-way road and the 2-lane gravel road. And if you look, you have an upkeep of 90 cents a week for every cell, and it costs 20 a cell to build it, and it has a speed of 30. And when you go to the 2-lane road, it's 32 cents a week for the upkeep, 40 a cell for building, and the speed is 40. And you have also a 4-lane, of course more expensive to build and to upkeep, but also higher speed, and it can support medium traffic. So you only have 70,000 as a starting tile, and you got to make sure that within those 70,000 you build everything before you start the game. You can see I paused the game so we can build, because if I start the game already, this will cost me some money, so that's a waste of our little money we have. And I gotta make sure to think what I am gonna do. Now I think I wanna adding some industry on my right area, so if people getting into the city, the easiest way is industry on this side, so the trucks have to travel the least distance. If I put industry all the way in here and residential in between, then you get all your industrial traffic through your city. That's something to avoid. But what I normally do is build a connection between here, and now I got a nice center point, and till those blue line is 10 cells, and once you see the second blue line, you got 5, and it shows you the construction cost. So this cost me 300, 10 cells is costing me 600. So I don't want to go too far for our first area, so let's go for 15. And then of course we need to have an exit. Now you got in the bottom, you got your elevation step 1, 2 and 3 meters, straight road, curved road and freeform road. And with freeform you have the angle showing in the blue circle, and then you can whatever you want to build, almost it's gonna build. So let's plop in a exit and entering. Now once you get more mods, you can adjust all these road signs, all the arrows, driving direction, but I can't because we disabled all the mods. Now you do have some in-game helping tools. This one is the traffic routes. You can adjust road. You can make it a priority road if you want. Junctions. You can put in some traffic lights if you want, or stop signs. And once we got traffic, you can see the routes they are driving. But for now, this is pretty nice. Now I want to build the rest. Let's give it another way. Also gonna try something new. Let's put in the road we had in our first 15. Then I'm only gonna plop in this direction because I don't expect a lot of traffic. So let's use the gravel road to make a little bit of industry. Now one thing you gotta avoid later on in your game is also you need to pay attention, because when you build a road, the blue hatched area is what you're able to build on. So for example, let's do quickly. If I go 10 tiles, you look on the bottom, it's completely against the other buildable cells. And if I go not 10 but 11, you'll see there is one cell free, and that's a way to keep some distance. So at this point I want to keep some distance because this will be later on a main street or something, and it's important not to build too much on your main street, just to keep the traffic flow in good condition. And I'm making 10 by 10 squares. Now of course you also need electricity and water. When you start, you have the availability of wind turbine, and if you click that one, you can see the width measurements, or wind speeds, this is how you call them. For example, this one estimated production is 6 megawatts. Hitting a more blue darker spot, it's 8, 7, 6. So you can show yourself a best idea of where to put it, and it only produces the max is 8 megawatts. Upkeep is 80 a week, and the cost is 6,000. Of course, you can also build a coal power plant, produces 40 megawatts, cost 19,000. Upkeep is 560 a week. But this one also has a pollution beside the noise pollution, and this one has only a noise pollution. It's a bit higher than a coal power plant, but for now it's enough. And let me think where to put it, because I definitely need some power lines. Let's pop in one for a start now. Yes. And we need water. You got your water pipes, you got your water pump or a water tower. Water tower is free to place anywhere you want, just to make sure that it's not in your industrial area. You gotta make sure that it's absolutely not in this area, because your industrial area will produce ground pollution, and with ground pollution your water is getting poisoned. and you get 6 citizens. And your water pumps you can put in next to a river to pump in fresh water. You got your drain pipes for your waste, for your sewage. Always make sure that you put in your sewage pipes, your sewage output, downstream from your water pipes. Otherwise you put in here with sewage output, and for example here your water pump, then your water pump is pumping up your sewage water, and also the people get sick. Later on you can also choose for some eco inland water treatment plant. It will cost you 320 a week and 2500, and that's a inland. So that also gives ground pollution, and this one giving you water pollution. You can watch in the bottom your drain capacity. This one is 120,000 cubic meters a week. This one is doing also 120,000 cubic meters a week, and the price is the same. So this one gives you ground pollution, this one gives you water pollution, but it goes downstream. So for now I'm gonna choose for a sewage, a water drain pipe for my sewage, and I'm gonna build in a water pipe on this. And now we have to connect at least those two up, and got a water pipes to place. The blue area gives you a visibility of a visible covering area, and you gotta make sure that everywhere you build is covered for your water and your sewage. And now it's time to put in some Electra. The advantage in this game is that once you start building, you're also going to get these blue purple hatches, like I mentioned it now, and they give power through. So if I start building here with my industry, I probably get my power from the windmill, and I don't need to put in any power lines. But I do need power lines for my water pipe on this side. Now we have 36,000 left, but I think we are pretty nice. So let's fill in 2 of these tiles with residential and unpause the game and speed it up. And here we have our first houses in the city. Now you can see, because we built some roads and some electric and sewage and water pipes, we are losing money right now. You can see it on your bank account. Population is rising, and now you can see we got a change in our demand. The industrial and commercial are rising up. Residential is going down a little bit, so now we are starting to build industrial on this side, and let's make some commercial on this side. I want to keep some space so I can always upgrade these roads. Oh, I gotta make sure that I got my day and night off, because I don't have the mods to change this. Alright, so now we got start some commercial building around here, some industrial building. And our first cars are entering the city. Now once you get started building the industrial and the commercial zone, you will see that those will drop and your residential will grow again. So now it's time to fill in some more residential. And if you look This area now is completely covered for energy, but if we, for example, start building only here, then we have a gap and we do need power lines. So always make sure that you keep as much, at least in the beginning, keep as much together, everything. For your electricity availability, red, yellow and green. Green is good, yellow is you're getting short of, and red, of course, it's not enough providing. So you see, with only one windmill producing at this time 6, and we're using 4 or 5. So this one is going down pretty quickly, but for now we are making money, 230 a week. But if you look at the sewage, we provide 60,000 and 120,000 cubic meters a week, but we're only using 6,000. So what you can do in the budget, just right in the bottom, you have taxes, budget and loans. Taxes are provided when we get 500 people. You can downscale these, and then you look at your cost price. It was 547. By dropping it down to 50%, your weekly outcome price, or your weekly price for the water pump and your drain, will drop to 307. So you're saving 250 for now. And also in this area, now you can see with 50% of our budget, we still have 15,000 almost water pumping capacity. As soon as this one, the water consumption hitting this, we can upgrade some of the budget. But for now, we do have another great demand for residential. So let's put in some more. And this tile I didn't complete, as you see, but that's because our power line is still there. So let's switch to that one. Now we can delete this one, and also filling it up. Now we are getting close to our first milestone. You can see your progress left bottom. The green gives you an idea of how far you are on your milestone. For Little Hamlet we need 500, so we need just over 100 people more. We got a demand for industry. And now if you look at the ground color will change. Your trees will gonna die because of the ground pollution. And that's a reason why you don't need to put a water tower here in this area, because you will get sick citizens. And the advantage is you can always move your power sources. So now by putting it a little bit more, we're now producing 8 on this place, 8 megawatts instead of 10. And now we need to extend our power lines a little bit. And now you see you're producing 8 and the consumption is 9. So you will get some buildings that are not provided enough electricity. So it's time to build another one, also providing 8. So now we have 16 megawatts. Only produce consumption is 9, so we got 7 megawatts left. And I think we're gonna expand with another 4 areas or 4 tiles, just so you want to call it. Like this, and also giving them some commercial. Oh, that was quickly, but we hit our milestone. Little Hamlet, first milestone. We have now taxes and loans, garbage, healthcare and education and campus area. So we have a landfill site, elementary school, medical clinic, a recycling center and community school. And you can already see our first building is complaining. Garbage has piled up. That's because we didn't have any garbage processing. But now we do have a landfill site. So we are gonna build a landfill site. 15 garbage trucks, 0 in use. First one is going out and 0% full. So now they are collecting the garbage through the city, and now you see those water drops. We need more water than we produce, so let's go to our budget area and get it to 60%. And we have loans available. If you short on cash, you can get a loan paying 5% interest. This is your weekly cost, and at the end you pay 21,000. And taxes, we have the first three available, the high density and the officing not yet, but until 12% it is good. Above 13% and more, you say the people are starting to complain that they pay too much tax and they will leave your city eventually. So up to 12% it is safe to do, and at the bottom you can see your income and your expenses, and you can see that also from every zoning: residential, commercial, industrial, your industry areas and fishing industry. We can give a industry a certain specialization: fishing, oil, or farming, forestry. You can see your income and expenses for campus area, so schools and stuff, public transport, income, expenses, and your profit, tourism eventually, and road tolls. But we are by far not so far we can think of anything of tourism and stuff. We need to make sure that people are gonna love our city, and let's provide some more industry. We got some demand, so putting in those two small tiles, we got demand for residential and commercial. Now I also do need to make sure that a school, once you plop in a school, you can see the coverage area, got the green streets. On the left top you can see how many people are eligible, 113 at this moment, and your capacity. And below graduated citizen you can see how many people are educated, well educated or highly educated. Now uneducated are 100% because we don't have any schools. 0%, the yellow one, is educated, is from your elementary schools. The well educated is high school, and highly educated is provided by your university. Now we're not that far, so we're gonna put in a elementary school. You see the green happy faces of above the houses, so happiness will increase. And we have a medical clinic available to build. Same here as with your school. The green streets will provide you your covering area. Putting in green faces, people are happy, and you can see the color of the houses changes, and that compares with the average health at this moment. And if you look at this, you can here see citizen happiness. No, wait a minute, these are not happy because they don't have any sewage and water. So here you can also have the same visibles taps, garbage, education, happiness, health. Later on your levels, once they start to upgrade the houses. The wind, traffic, 95%, just perfect. Your pollution, noise, industry makes a lot of noise, highway make noise, wind turbines making noise, and the industry and the commercial is making noise. Here you can see import export, but first I gotta make sure that we need some more people in, because I can see the industry is complaining not enough workers. So let's quickly plopping them in. We continue with this one. Here's your import and export. At this moment we exporting 90%, and that's goods provided by our industry area, and we importing some forestry or oil, farming, and a little bit of industry goods. And again we have the shortage of power and the shortage of water pipes at this moment, but we have 56,000. So I think for our electricity we're going to put in a coal power plant. Now we're producing 56, consumption is 20, 21. So now we can also go to our budget and putting this back to 75. Let's see what is going on right here. Consumption 24,000, 25,000, pumping capacity put into 21. So we need to level up these bars to 70%, and everybody's happy. And we still have huge residential need. The advantage of these roads, these gravel roads, is they're cheap. Disadvantage is it's not giving any high land value. Once you get the roads with tree or grass, they put down the noise pollution, as you can read, and supports low traffic and increases land value. So later on in the game you have to make sure that you have a balance in games, but we will get there. So for now let's fill up, and yeah, let me keep the commercial on the same side, I would say. But we hit Worthy Village. Now we have a new area available, so 1 2x2 kilometer square available. We got districts, policies, second loan, district specialization, service policies, emergency services, police department, unit buildings, industry specializations, forestry and agriculture, self-sufficient buildings, new commercial specialization, power usage, water usage, smoke detector, and a police station and a fire station. So I want to put in some commercial in here. So now you can get complaints about lack of police or fire station. So we gotta make sure that we provide that in a minute. But first we need to raise our water again. Okay, so that's the nice thing of these budgets, and together with this one you can really see when you are short on electricity or any water, and when you need some more money you can always put this one down if you have the option. And we can see that our industry demands are growing again. I don't need a power line on this side anymore because we put in here a coal power plant, so this one is provided enough. This one isn't. So, and you can see here the gap. So producing area for electricity on this side won't give it through on that side. So now I've removed the power lines, but shouldn't have it because this area is using more electricity than those two windmills together produce, providing them together, and we are going great again so quickly. And in the meantime, we 2200 a week as a profit. Look, now you can see we have a fire in our city, and this one is complaining that the crime rate is too high. So now it's time to put in a fire department of a firehouse. And let's see where we can. I want to put it somewhere when it's got the best coverage, but I think we grow too far already to get it in once. Yes. And put in a police department next to it. So now the fire department can go to the fire, and police is getting the crime rate. Not enough water, so we need to fix the water pipe until that area. And demand for residential is getting up again. So let's see how we are doing with our elementary school. Now capacity of 300, reliable 183, and already we got 15%, 16%, 15-16% of the population, the citizens, are educated. And you can see that the level of housing will rise. You got a 5-star at max, and the more stars you have, the more money you're earning. So now you can see here, educate more citizens to allow the building to be upgraded. Make sure your education facilities can handle all the potential students. We just checked, it can handle. We need to put up the water pipe or the water pumping, and also electricity. Put it up to 85. And I think we're almost hitting our next. Yes, 1600 is tiny town already. We need 50 people. And what do we got? Yeah, for one side it's useless to buy another area, but for the other one I want to expand my industry to the left, so I'm gonna buy a new tile. You can see what you got. You got some forestry, you have no oil, no ore, and no farming, no ship connection, but you do have rail line. Oh, rail line, rail train, yes. Purchase. So now I have 2 of my areas are here. Simple rail line. So we can expand our industry. Let's see. And we hit tiny town. Just a moment, I'll show it in a minute. We got some park areas, industrial areas, landscaping, event policies, park policies, services, huge load of policies, some walking paths, canals, fences, a lot of parks, some school, some fishing market, fishing harbor, warehouse. So yeah, what you also need to pay attention for is that you provide unique buildings, park plazas, park areas, public libraries. This will all help to increase your levels of the houses, and it also giving you more money. You can see the green circle is your coverage area, for, I would say it, would call it. And now I broke my power line, but that's not a big deal. Let's fix it. So now you can see the starting to change the color of the houses a little bit, so people are getting more happy. And your land value will raise. We do have the unique buildings, can't afford them. Football stadium. Oh, so yeah, this is something for later on. Here you can landscape. Got some walking paths. Your trees you can build, fences you can build, rocks, canals, and yeah, I got the disaster DLC, so I can let some disasters hit our city. Not gonna do that, of course. Alright. Let's also extend on this area. Again, I'm gonna keep some distance in between because I will upgrade these small gravel roads sometime. Now let's do some other grids, not just the standard 10 by 10. And filling this one up with residential. Taking some commercial. On this side, of course, we need the water pipes. 420. And let's take a look at our school. We now have also got high school available. And they need some power. Yeah, let's quickly, simply on this side. High school, we got 300, almost 400 reliable for a high school. So I think that's time for building one. And you can see here the coverage area of this. I think I'm gonna put it right here in the middle. And we need to raise our budget for water again. We got industrial demand. And I think it's time for upgrading our exit. I think I'm gonna put in a 2-lane one-way road and also down. I can always make this into a roundabout or getting a 4-lane road in here. And let's use the in-game junctions to get stop signs. Ooh, now now it's backing up a lot. I think we are gonna upgrade our main road with some asphalt road. And we need to raise our budget for electricity. So let's just wait a little bit how this one works. I have the idea it doesn't gonna work the way I was hoping, but I can't do anything with it. So let's go with our 4-lane, and using this one like this. And you can also see a lot of people are walking in this area. So what you also can do to make sure that the traffic on this one, on this main road, will provide a bit better, you can just build in a that's really high, a walking path, a walking bridge. Just simple. Now people also have the availability to walk to their work like these people are doing already. And now you got in a traffic light here. Works a bit better than the old street. So let's give the industry area a bit more. Alright, but beside the normal industry area, you have also the option of forestry area, farming, ore industry, and oil. But I think I got the DLC industries, so this is something you don't have normally, but you do have those two, at least, districts. And within those districts you can choose forestry industry, farming industry, ore, and oil. And to make sure that these are working properly, you do need to put in a forestry area where you have a forest, of course. The green fields are farming tiles or fertile land. So if you want farming industry, you do need to put it on a yellow area. The blue one is for ore industry, and the black ones are, here's a black, little bit. Black is oil. So what you do, you're making a district and giving the district the certain specialization. So you're gonna do it in this way. I'm just gonna give an example for normal industry. You make a district, it will give you a name, you can randomly change it, and I pick here generic industry, and clicking on that doesn't do much for here, but I'm gonna pause the game. If you hit forestry, you will see the tree, and right click is deleting it again. So you can make some lovely things with the industry. And it's time to put up the water to 105%. It's barely can fit in. Alright, and we just keep going. Once you got more money, you can get yourselves other roads, of course. You can also do it right now already if you want, but I like to play a bit longer with these gravel roads. Now you can see this one is abandoned, and this one is not enough educated workers. So let me take, right, I put in an elementary school on this side, not a high school, because we got 462 people eligible for high school, but no high school. So providing them a high school, happy people. Because that's the thing, once you got things unlocked, people or businesses gonna need it. So once you hit high school, you will get a demand for well-educated people. And if you don't provide them in your city, you'll get these notifications on top of buildings, and it's tell you what you need in your city. So I'm gonna see a demand for residential again, filling it up with residential. And yeah, I can build underneath this highway, I know that. And let me think what I'm gonna do, because oh look, and now it's abandoned. Well, I think I'm gonna need a extra bump, because this one can do 126 and this only 60. This I'm gonna put in another water tower just next to it and connecting them. And now you can see we can do both 126,000, but we only need 68. So I will drop this one a bit to 80. 80 will do for now, not for a long time, but it will. And you can see people are upgrading the houses already. I put in the high school, some commercial, and you can see the green arrows on top that this one's under construction. Let me find in. Yeah, this one is now upgrading, an upgrade on the way, so it's going to level 2. Yeah, now we're making 64 or 4,600 a week, having a bank account of 125,000, and we're hitting Boomtown. Another tile. Now we have transport, providing bus, taxi, tours, trams, or specialization, some policies, highway roads, roads for trams and buses, water pipes for heating, elder care, childcare, cemetery, bus depot, of course, we got the transport, disaster stuff, ferry stop, yeah, let's think. Yeah, it's not enough. 440, yes. Alright, so we got good needs for our city. I think for a start it's not a bad idea. Our industry is kind of busy. You can see that on the traffic, because they only have one way in and one way out. So yeah, I think now for a... Oh, I just saw some lack of electricity. What can we do? Oh, we do have the advanced wind turbines for water. 17. Yes, putting in one. Yeah, you can see the pollution. I think for a first city now, as a start, it's quite decent. Everybody likes to do it on his own way. As long as you make money, there's no way of doing it good or bad, but that's just my opinion. Someone likes curvy roads, someone likes only grid roads, someone likes just junctions or roundabouts. But yeah, I think for now, as starting, we come to almost 3,000 people. Of course, you can do it a lot faster when you don't have to talk as much as I do right now. But providing you guys some information for people who are new on City Skylines, I think this was a good starting episode. If you guys want to see more improving this city, more basic stuff with City Skylines, basic vanilla game, except some industry DLCs, of course. Let me know, and I will continue these episodes. Let me know what you think of this start, what we could do more, what we could do more. At least build a cemetery. Let's find a good spot for our cemetery. Let me think quickly. Where do I want this? I want it here. Yep, I want it there. Is that still good for our electricity? Yes, it is. So if you guys want to see more of this, more building a new city in completely vanilla, no mods, no assets, just like you buy the game in the Steam Workshop, nothing more, nothing less, let me know in the comments. Tips and tricks for me, let me know. I'm playing this for a year now, so I can always learn from other players. Nobody's perfect, nobody's city is perfect. So yeah, thank you for watching, and leave a like or subscribe to my channel. I got a modded city building going on also in some episodes, and see you later. Bye bye.